What up, guys? So, welcome back. This is gonna be episode 3. It's basically where we're picking up from our last episode. We was coming out of Barstow with our fuel chemical run down for San Bernardino. Well, on the way, I guess we can go ahead and start. On the way, this I started getting warning identifiers down here that something wasn't aligned right. Like, see, even right now, we're not even dispatched. We got to re-dispatch ourselves. So we got to remove our waypoint and then set the other one. I don't know why it does this, but in between, like if you pause your simulation, you better watch this, because sometimes they'll do it and it may actually mess with the settings on your train. But it jumped right back to it, so we're good. Shouldn't be no issue there. Lights, just kind of double check all of your stuff and make sure it's okay. But for the most part, I think we're good. So we'll go ahead and throw this up in the notch box. We won't need anything past this. And it says our government speed limit is at 80 miles per hour, but I think 70 is all that they wanted these trains to go. So we'll get it up to around like 65, 70, and we'll try to get there as soon as we can. Man, this some of them I miss whenever I'm doing the camera stuff outside, but alright, back on the grade again, so I'll get it up to notch 3. And my grade goes away. Which one is it? On the grade or not on the grade? Now we're going down here. Yeah, at this beginning part, coming from Barstow to, we're headed south to San Bernardino, so there's a lot of little short inclines as you start out, but towards the end, whenever you're exactly about 20 miles, just say in between 25 and 19 miles out of San Bernardino, you're going to be going through some crazy grades, like 3.5% grades. It's unreal. I don't even see how this train can hold the weight back. Because to understand what type of a grade that is, whenever you're on a 100% flat surface like a rail, and you got all that weight trying to roll in a direction, that's a lot of weight you're having to move or slow down, keeping it from catching momentum. It's kind of like, you're pedaling a bike up a hill versus going downhill. The bike will pretty much roll downhill, but if you got something heavy behind you, oh yeah, it'll pick up speed real quick. Yeah, see, we're coasting and we're holding 60 miles per hour. So these things can roll for miles without no engine power. Until they hit a grade and they start slowing back down. Like, see, we just hit a 0.3. Alright, so now we're going to test out our dynamic braking. We're going to go into our dynamic braking real quick. Okay, it is. Slow it down too much. We're just going to use the level. Oh, actually, no, we're not, because we are back on our 5% uphill grade. Yeah, I think we got another. No, that wasn't it. I thought that was the intersection right here. I know there's one around here. Switch tracks always look different from other tracks. They always went past my house. It was like every other hour we would have a train going by. They did this every night. It would shake the whole house. Like I could be in my bed and feel that. They would knock stuff off the wall from the vibrations that it made. And then one day, one of these things come by, and I think there was something wrong with one of these bearings on the cars, because it was like a doot 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 doot. It sounded like a, not necessarily like a gun, but a loud banging. Like it shook the whole damn neighborhood. It was so loud. I remember that night that happened. It knocked the picture off the wall in the hallway. I think the mom like had thumbtacks or something. It wasn't a very sturdy one to hold it up, but still, even with that said, it knocked it off, it knocked it out of the wall and fell down and broke. I remember my parents getting up, they were losing their shit. It was like, oh my God, what's going on? It sounds like it's gonna derail. My stepdad thought it was hitting those wooden boards up underneath the track, and that's what was making all that noise. Which actually all it was a bearing, because the train did stop not too long after that. Like I remember it stopping beside the house that night, and it stayed there for a while before it started moving again. And whenever it moved really, really slow. It didn't go fast, but it was going back in the opposite direction. Yes, maybe they radioed me in, but there was no way that they did not know that that was going on. Like, they were probably getting calls everywhere, people calling in on that, saying something wrong with the train. that's one of the pickups right there that you can get. So you'd be taking these cars from here. That's a little SD40 run there. It's a big SD40. I'm not sure if they're loaded or not, but I think these are loaded here. That's another mission that you want to do. We're gonna have to go back to the it's not like we gotta slow back down. Application brakes. Okay, it's gonna slow down. Or you can do this too. You can go into dynamic braking and give it about a 4. Let's see, we gotta get slowed down below 60. Probably didn't get that one. Way too late. Yeah, we're gonna have to slow down a lot. Give it the juice. What the heck is going on? Why is it not working? Alright, something's messed up. Oh, so if you use the regular train brakes, it won't work. Your dynamic braking doesn't work when you use style train brakes. You gotta slow down. Dynamic brakes, braking outside. I think we got a train crossing. See how we're up under the caution line? It's 1.5 miles. Knock off dynamic brake. See, this is another place out here. I don't know. Let's see where we're at. Alright, so we're right outside of Victorville Cement now. Pretty sure that's what we got. We're coming into Victorville Cement now. It's a cement town. All these people working the plant. Sometimes we go, there's like a bridge that you can cross. I don't know if it's this one or another place, but it may be around this corner is where we're going to cross over the bridge at. See, if they use Google Maps, like where you can actually see stuff that it looks like in real life, that would be cool shit here. Like all these trailers and stuff you're passing. Yep, there's the bridge, so that's what it was. They slowed us down going through Victorville Cement. They want a train going through there. Long Jesus. We're going back into our power settings again. These two, we gotta maintain 3. Yeah, missed it. I didn't have my camera angle right. I was wanting to catch it coming through the bridge. Oh well. These are some of the areas that you can't see in the train. Now see, why is it trapping me up here in this bridge, man? Come on. Like I should be able to freely, if I want to take my camera out there and run these stupid videos, why it won't let me do that? Yeah, that sounds like it. That's what it sounds like. because I see one. I already know what's fixing to happen. Plus, it's good to actually save it every once in a while, just in case the game does crash and you have to drive all the way back through it. Must be a train or something crossing up here. We're going to see if we can't just coast through here. Maybe the signal will change. Oh, not wait for the signal or change. Okay, so yeah, there's another train coming. We're going to try to get as close as we can to it so we can watch the train coming in. I still got 1.4 miles. Oh yeah. Probably the bus drivers on the way back to the house. It says I got a whole mile. Okay. Alright. I know what's going on. So, right up there, you see that switch? There's supposed to be another train to switch over us, and I guarantee you he's probably either going to be faster than us, and he's going to try to come around, or it's going to be one crossing in front of us. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the independent all the way on. And we got to wait here. You would have to do this in real life, so you can't just blow through the signaler. Light them down. Let everything kind of rest. We got plenty of brake pressure, so we don't have to worry about nothing moving. Figure out where this train is. Hey, that's ours. It's gonna be probably coming from that direction. We may be able to find it on our map too. I didn't think about that. Yeah, let's check that out. Let's look at the map. Okay, where is it? It could be in either lane, so you never know. I don't see anything going that way. Let's go back behind us. That's another train stopped behind us, so not really sure what's going on there. There's two trains stopped on this line. Unless that's the one that they're waiting on to go through. Let me look through here sometimes. No, I don't see no trains moving there. That's a pretty long train. Not seeing nothing through here. Yeah, I'm completely not seeing anything, so it's got to be out front somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, because I have to be the one to cross over. And that cross is on the caution yellow, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. There it is, right there. I found it. Alright, so he's coming up. I'm going to try to keep my marker on it. Yeah, he got a little bit of ways to go, but, you know, nothing's fast in here. It could take this long to stop that train for him to get to us. But anyways, yeah, there he is, right there. So he's coming. It's going to take a little while to get here, but he's coming. So this will be about the time, you know, everybody be grabbing their pack of cigarettes and be like, oh yeah, let's stretch our legs, Jimbo. We got to go outside. Not really. So that's going to be too much sugar. But yeah, I'll be out here just chilling out on the front of the train. Maybe get out of it. And we are just sitting here waiting. So, you know, we don't want to fall over here. But yeah, I'd probably undo this and probably just sit down right here in between these rails. I think if you sit on your butt, you can actually stick your feet down. But yeah, that's where we would be chilling at. But we got a radio on us, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll leave the door open, let people know that, yeah, we are just sitting here chilling. Light up something, alright. Ain't no promise we're gonna pass this thing, but we're damn sure gonna feel good doing it. take too long. I mean, sometimes, yeah, the AI does take a little bit to get here, but they can accelerate and they can stop like almost instantly. Like I watched one of them take off one day and stop, and they stopped way too fast for what, you know, real physics would allow. Get down, take a look at some stuff. Why would you run down the steps like that? What is going on? Let me out of the tree. Okay. Yeah, look how big this thing is. And I'm standing all the way up right now. This thing is massive. We don't want to be out here. What is this like? That's got to be like 6, 7 feet. So you're like 10 feet, 12 feet in the air. Yeah, there it is, right there. You know what? We'll go outside and we'll watch it pass. 'Cause that's what it would look like in real life. So, we'll be right here. We'll be waiting for them to come by. Because we can't go until they fully pass anyway, so. Let's see if we get a float. No glow. Okay, that's about right. So they're being rumbled today. Say, hey, there would be so much wind blowing right now, it would be crazy. It looks like he's just carrying an intermodule, like he's hauling a load of cars somewhere. They load up every type of manufacturer's car. Now see how he's starting to slow down really kind of fast? Alright, but anyway, so yeah, that's what it looks like. So he's about to come past that area where it's going to let us go anyways. We are on a hill, so we're going to have to go into power before we let off the brakes, or else we're going to roll backwards. And then it's going to snap and slam all the cars together. Alright. Still got another 15 minutes on this episode, so I think we're going to be back moving again. And with as fast as we're able to go, I really think that we're going to get there in the next episode. So this should only be 2 before we jump back over to the Microsoft Flight Simulator when we actually fly this route and get it going. Alright, there we go. We got the green light. So what it does is whenever that last car passes that switch track, it says that we can go. So we're going to do this. Give it about 2 notches. And you want to wait for your power to build. In fact, we're going to do 3 just to be on the safe side. Wait. Alright, now your power's starting to build. Alright, you can go ahead and come off the brakes now. This really produces some load. Now, watch how fast we get up to speed. And I'm not, alright, you know what? I'll just jump on it like they do in real life. They just mat these things. They don't even care. That is wide open. It sounds better on the inside though. Like you can actually run to the end of the train really quick and cause it to glitch out. Because in pre-camera mode, it'll do that. Alright, we are through the switch. So then we head back forward now. We'll give it about 4 notches. I think this is going to be it. And about another 8 more miles. Really, really bad mountain street. All the grades in it, so I'm not going to be able to live in here real much. They're going to be paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm trying to, do as many visuals as I can. I know that's what, man, I got a cousin. He's only about 10 years old, but he absolutely loves trains, and he can't believe that I know how to drive one. That's like, you're like Superman. But, anyways, he likes watching my videos, but he always tells me, you need to show more of the train. Show more of the outside of the train. I'm like, alright, man. And he tells me to pan on the other side where you can see the whole length of the train. That's what he likes seeing. So I'm kind of basing my camera driving off of that, but sometimes we run into objects like bridges. I need to figure out how to get video clipping off for my camera. It just makes some stuff disappear in front of my camera instead of the drone running into it, which is what I call this whole thing, the drone camera. Oh yeah, we got some foliage in that shot. We may use that as the screenshot of here. What time was that at? That was okay around 48 minutes and 50 seconds. I want to get that screenshot. That looked pretty nice. Alright, we'll go ahead and jump on it again because we're MFS24-TSW5, so. We're out of the 40 miles per hour thing. We got all green lights so far. I hate whenever you do that. You be sitting there accelerating, you finally get up to speed, and it's another piss yellow light that you gotta deal with. What I call the PP lights, you gotta slow down. And somebody just pissing on your day, it aggravates me sometimes. I spend all that time getting my train up to the speed limit, then I gotta bring it slow back down again. Got out here. Let's see if we can get that right in. See how we're going stuff? Alright, now I can get it over. I wanted to try to. Oh, wait a minute, what did I just do? Oh, I didn't know you could take screenshots in the middle like this. Dude, that's crazy. That means I can pause the game, like if I want to capture a certain shot. Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Let me see it. How do I hide the overlay? Oh, yeah, dude, that's perfect there. And then you can see the whole train. Let me try to angle it just right, because I'm going to actually use this for the screenshot. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use. And then you can see the right and to the left. Alright, that's cool. Alright, bring it back up so I know what to do. That's about normally where I keep it at. Alright. But anyways, we already have to slow back down to 50 miles per hour again. Nothing on the mirror, staying with it. time is our episode about to end. We'll go to the other side so we can see it better. Okay, so it looks like a mixed freight. No, those are the buffer cars. Oh yeah, no, it is a mixed freight run. So we gotta keep it in. They normally do mixed freight to the SD40, but if you're carrying a convoy load of just one type, it's normally the bigger ESC44s, like Dash 9s, like this, like what we're driving now. So pretty cool to train SD40. But anyways, guys, go ahead and we'll pause it right here. I think we was like 23 miles away. So we're 23 miles away. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get the next episode, get it all in the next episode. But the next one is gonna be, where we're going through grades and it's gonna get a little bit more complicated at driving. But I'll try to do as much, camp, drone footage of flying outside the train as I can. But this just is a difficult area. And if you want to see how you ascend this area, it would be a pretty good video if you're into train simming, because you can pretty much relate this to any other sim and it'll work the same way. But anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Later.